How to stay positive in a negative world. Hello everyone, today I want to talk about something that every one of us needs. Asterisk, how do you stay positive in a negative world? Asterisk, look around you. Every day there is bad news. There are problems, disappointments, arguments, failures, criticism, rejection, and fear. Sometimes it feels like negativity is everywhere. You open your phone and you see people arguing. You turn on the news and you hear about problems. You talk to someone and they tell you why your dreams will never work. You make a mistake and suddenly people are ready to judge you. And after a while you begin to wonder, asterisk, how can I stay positive when there is so much negativity around me? Asterisk, the answer is not to pretend that problems do not exist. The answer is not to force yourself to smile when your heart is broken. The answer is not to live in a fantasy world where everything is perfect. Real positivity is much more powerful than that. Asterisk, positivity is the decision to believe that no matter what happens, you can find a way to move forward. Asterisk, you may not control everything happening around you, but you can learn to control what you allow to live inside you, and that can change your entire life. Today, I want you to understand something important. You do not need a perfect world to create a peaceful mind. You do not need a perfect life to find something beautiful in your life. You do not need everyone to support you before you start believing in yourself. The world may be negative, people may criticize you, things may go wrong, but you still have a choice. Asterisk, will you allow the negativity around you to become the negativity inside you? Asterisk, or will you protect your mind, your energy, your dreams, and your peace? Because the truth is this, asterisk, you cannot always choose your environment, but you can choose your response to it. Asterisk, and your response can become your greatest power. There will always be people who complain. There will always be people who focus on what is wrong. There will always be people who see problems before they see possibilities. If you wait for the whole world to become positive before you decide to be positive, you may wait forever. Instead, become a source of light in your own life, and maybe one day your light will help someone else find their way too. The first thing you need to understand is that asterisk, negativity is contagious asterisk. If you spend every day with people who complain, eventually you may begin complaining too. If you constantly listen to people who tell you that life is hopeless, you may start believing them. If you spend hours comparing yourself to others on social media, you may begin feeling that your own life is not good enough. Your environment has power. The words you hear have power. The conversations you join have power. The content you consume has power. That is why you must become careful about what you allow into your mind. Your mind is like a garden. If you plant flowers, take care of them, and protect them, something beautiful can grow. But if you allow weeds to grow everywhere and never take care of the garden, eventually the weeds will take over. Your thoughts are the same. Every day you are planting something in your mind, hope or fear, confidence or doubt. Gratitude or complaint, courage or insecurity, love or anger, the question is, asterisk, what are you feeding every day? Asterisk, you cannot expect a positive life if you spend every day feeding your mind with negativity. You have to become responsible for your mental environment. That does not mean you must avoid reality. It means you must choose what deserves your attention. Not every negative comment deserves a response. Not every argument deserves your energy. Not every opinion deserves a place in your heart. Sometimes, protecting your peace means walking away. And walking away is not weakness. Sometimes, the strongest thing you can say is, asterisk, I do not need to participate in this. Asterisk, you do not have to attend every argument you are invited to. You do not have to explain yourself to everyone. You do not have to prove your worth to people who have already decided not to see it. You do not have to carry every negative word that someone throws at you. Learn to let some things go. Because peace is valuable, your energy is valuable, your time is valuable, and your life is too short to spend all of it fighting battles that do not belong to you. Sometimes, staying positive begins with creating distance from unnecessary negativity. There may be people in your life who only contact you when they want to complain. Every conversation becomes negative. Every dream you share becomes a joke. Every idea you have is immediately criticized. Every success you achieve is ignored, and after spending time with them, you feel tired. You feel smaller. You begin doubting yourself. Pay attention to that feeling. Not everyone deserves unlimited access to your mind. You can love people and still create boundaries. You can respect people and still protect your peace. You can listen to someone without allowing their negativity to become your identity. You do not need to become rude. You simply need to become wise. Sometimes distance creates peace, and peace gives you space to grow. Another important lesson is this: asterisk asterisk, do not confuse positivity with perfection. Asterisk asterisk, positive people are not happy every second. Strong people are not fearless every second. Successful people do not always feel confident. We all have difficult days. We all feel disappointed sometimes. We all feel tired. We all experience fear. Positivity does not mean pretending those emotions do not exist. It means refusing to allow temporary emotions to make permanent decisions for your life. You can have a bad day without believing that you have a bad life. You can fail at something without believing that you are a failure. Someone can reject you without changing your value. A difficult moment can happen without becoming the definition of your future. Remember that. Asterisk asterisk, a bad chapter is not a bad book. Asterisk asterisk, you may be in a difficult chapter right now. Maybe you are struggling financially. Maybe you are dealing with rejection. Maybe you have lost confidence. Maybe someone hurt you. Maybe you feel that your dreams are taking too long. Maybe you are working hard, but nobody seems to notice. And maybe you are asking yourself, when will things change? I cannot promise you that life will suddenly become easy. But I can tell you this, asterisk asterisk, nothing stays the same forever. Asterisk asterisk, seasons change, people change, circumstances change. And you change. The person you are today is not necessarily the person you will be 1 year from now. You can learn, you can heal, you can grow, you can become stronger, so do not make a permanent decision because of a temporary situation. Keep going even if the progress is slow, even if nobody is clapping for you, even if you have to start again. Your small steps still matter. One of the greatest enemies of positivity is comparison. We look at other people and think, they are happier than me. They are more successful than me. They have a better life than me. They achieved everything so quickly. And suddenly, we forget our own journey. We forget how far we have come. We forget what we have survived. We forget the things we should be proud of. Comparison steals gratitude. It makes you look at your own blessings and feel that they are not enough. But you do not know the full story behind someone else's life. You see a photograph, you do not see their pain. You see their success, you do not see the years of struggle. You see their smile. You do not know what they are fighting privately. So stop comparing your real life with someone else's public image. Your journey has its own timing. Your success does not need to look like anyone else's success. Maybe someone else reached their goal at 25. Maybe you will reach yours at 35. Maybe someone became successful quickly. Maybe your journey will take longer. That does not make you less valuable. Asterisk asterisk, life is not a race. Asterisk asterisk, you are not late. You are not behind. You are on your own path, and your responsibility is not to become better than everyone else. Your responsibility is to become better than the person you were yesterday. Imagine waking up every morning and asking yourself one simple question. Asterisk asterisk, what is one thing I can do today to improve my life? Asterisk asterisk, maybe you read for 10 minutes. Maybe you exercise. Maybe you learn a new skill. Maybe you work on your dream. Maybe you forgive someone. Maybe you apologize. Maybe you take care of your health. Maybe you simply choose not to complain today. Small actions create big changes. Your future is not built only through huge decisions. It is built through small choices repeated every day. And one of those choices is choosing what you focus on. Every situation has something negative and something positive. Imagine that it is raining. One person says, "This is terrible. My day is ruined." Another person says, "Yes, my plans changed, but maybe I can use this time differently." The rain is the same. The situation is the same, but the perspective is different. You cannot always change what happens, but you can change how you see what happens. That does not mean you should ignore serious problems. It means you should look for the parts you can control. Whenever something difficult happens, ask yourself, asterisk, asterisk, what can I learn from this? Asterisk, 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 asterisk. What can I control? Asterisk, 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 asterisk. What is my next step? Asterisk, asterisk. These questions move you from helplessness toward action. Maybe you cannot change the entire situation, but perhaps you can change one small part of it, and sometimes one small action is enough to begin changing your direction. Let us talk about failure. Many people lose their positivity because they fail once or twice and decide that success is impossible. They try something, it does not work, they get rejected, they make mistakes, and then they stop. But failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is often part of the journey toward success. Every mistake can teach you something. Every rejection can teach you something. Every difficult experience can help you become wiser if you are willing to learn. Do not ask, "Why did I fail?" Ask, "What is this failure trying to teach me?" Maybe you need more knowledge. Maybe you need more preparation. Maybe you need to change your strategy. Maybe you simply need to try again. Failure only becomes permanent when you stop learning and refuse to continue. So do not be afraid of mistakes. Be afraid of allowing fear to stop you from trying. The world will always have critics. No matter what you do, someone will have an opinion. If you stay quiet, people will judge you. If you speak, people will judge you. If you succeed, people will judge you. If you fail, people will judge you. So stop living your life according to the opinions of people who do not have to live with the consequences of your decisions. Listen to advice, learn from wise people, accept constructive criticism, but do not give strangers the power to define your identity. Not everyone who criticizes you knows your story. Not everyone who doubts you understands your potential. And sometimes, people criticize you because your courage reminds them of the dreams they were too afraid to chase. Keep going anyway. You do not need everyone to understand your journey. You need to understand why you started. There will be days when you do not feel motivated, and this is where many people make a mistake. They think they need motivation before they can take action. But motivation is temporary. Some days you will feel inspired. Other days you will not. That is why discipline is more powerful. Discipline means doing what matters even when you do not feel like doing it. You may not feel like studying. Study anyway. You may not feel like working on your dream. Do something anyway. You may not feel like exercising. Take a small step anyway. Do not wait for the perfect mood. Do not wait for the perfect time. Start with what you have. Start where you are. Start before you feel ready, because action often creates motivation. When you begin moving, you start believing that movement is possible. And when you see small progress, you gain confidence. That confidence helps you continue. This is how positive change begins. Not with one perfect day, but with many imperfect days when you decided not to quit. Another powerful way to stay positive is to practice gratitude. Gratitude does not mean saying that everything in your life is perfect. It means remembering that not everything is wrong. Even on difficult days, there may be something to appreciate. Maybe you have another opportunity to try. Maybe you have someone who cares about you. Maybe you have a dream that still makes you excited. Maybe you have the ability to learn. Maybe you have survived something that once seemed impossible. Sometimes we become so focused on what we do not have that we forget everything we already have. Take a moment, look at your life. How far have you come? What challenges have you survived? What lessons have you learned? What small things make your life better? Start appreciating them. You do not need a perfect life to practice gratitude. Gratitude can help you see that your life contains more than your current problems. And when you train your mind to recognize good things, you begin creating a different relationship with life. You become less controlled by what is missing. You begin appreciating what is present. Another important lesson is to stop carrying yesterday into today. Many people cannot stay positive because they are still living emotionally inside an old moment. Someone hurt them years ago. They failed once, they made a mistake, they were rejected, and now every new opportunity is judged according to that old experience. But yesterday is not today. The person who hurt you is not every person you will meet. The opportunity you lost is not every opportunity you will receive. The mistake you made is not every decision you will make. Give yourself permission to move forward. Forgiveness is not always about saying that what happened was acceptable. Sometimes forgiveness is simply deciding that what happened will no longer control your entire future. You deserve peace, you deserve healing, you deserve another chance. And sometimes the person you need to forgive the most is yourself. Maybe you are angry because of a mistake you made. Maybe you think you should have known better. Maybe you regret a decision. But you made that decision with the knowledge, experience, and emotional strength you had at that time. Now you know more. Now you can grow. Do not spend your entire life punishing yourself for an old version of yourself. Learn, apologize if necessary. Repair what you can, and then continue. You cannot build a better future while constantly attacking yourself for your past. Speak to yourself with kindness. The voice inside your mind matters. Imagine having a friend who made a mistake. Would you tell them, "You are useless, you will never succeed, you always fail, you should give up"? Probably not. Then why do you speak to yourself that way? You deserve encouragement too. Instead of saying, "I cannot do this," try saying, "This is difficult, but I can learn." Instead of saying, "I am a failure," say, "I failed, but failure is not my identity." Instead of saying, "My life will never improve," say, "I do not know exactly how things will change, but I will continue taking steps forward." Your words may not instantly solve every problem, but they influence your mindset, and your mindset influences your actions. Do not become your own biggest enemy. Become someone who supports the person you are trying to become. Now, let us talk about social media. Social media can be useful. It can help us learn, connect, and discover new opportunities. But if you are not careful, it can also become a source of constant negativity and comparison. You see perfect pictures, perfect relationships, perfect vacations, perfect success stories, and you begin asking, "Why does my life not look like that?" Remember this, most people do not post their difficult moments. They do not always show their failures. They do not show every argument. They do not show every lonely night. You are comparing your entire life to selected moments from someone else's life. That is not a fair comparison. Sometimes staying positive means taking a break. Put your phone down. Go outside, talk to a real person, read a book, work on something meaningful. Spend time with people who make you feel peaceful. You do not need to know what everyone else is doing every minute of the day. Sometimes the quietest moments can bring the greatest clarity. Your mind needs rest. You do not have to consume every piece of information available to you. Not every headline needs your attention. Not every online argument deserves your opinion. Choose carefully. Protect your mind the way you protect something valuable, because it is valuable. Your mind is where your dreams begin. Your mind is where your confidence grows. Your mind is where your future is imagined before it becomes reality. So do not fill it with unnecessary negativity. Another important lesson is to surround yourself with people who encourage growth. You do not need friends who agree with everything you do. You need people who are honest, supportive, and willing to help you become better. Find people who inspire you. Find people who are working towards something meaningful. Find people who celebrate your progress. Find people who remind you of your strength when you temporarily forget it. And become that kind of person for others too. Be the person who encourages someone. Be the person who listens. Be the person who says, "I believe you can do this." You never know how much someone may need to hear those words. A positive world may begin with one positive conversation, one act of kindness, one encouraging message, one moment of understanding. You may not be able to change the entire world, but you can change the energy you bring into a room. You can choose kindness. You can choose patience. You can choose hope, and these choices matter. Do not underestimate the power of a positive attitude. It does not mean life will become easy, but it changes the way you face difficulties. Two people can experience the same challenge. One person says, "This is the end." The other person says, "This is difficult, but I will find a way." Which person is more likely to continue? Your mindset does not guarantee success, but a negative mindset can stop you before you even begin. Hope gives you a reason to take the next step, and sometimes the next step is all you need to focus on. Do not worry about solving your entire life today. That is too much pressure. Focus on today. What can you do today? Can you learn something? Can you improve something? Can you take care of yourself? Can you take one step toward your goal? Do that tomorrow. Take another step. Your future is created one day at a time. And remember, progress is not always visible. Sometimes you are growing in ways that nobody can see. Maybe you are becoming more patient. Maybe you are becoming more disciplined. Maybe you are learning how to control your emotions. Maybe you are becoming stronger after every difficult experience. Not every success can be measured immediately. Some of the most important changes happen quietly. Trust the process. Keep working, keep learning, keep growing. One day, you may look back and realize that the small things you did consistently changed everything. There is another reason why people struggle to stay positive. They spend too much time worrying about things they cannot control. They worry about what people think. They worry about what might happen. They worry about problems that have not even happened yet. And they forget about the present moment. Ask yourself, asterisk, asterisk, is there anything I can do about this right now? Asterisk, asterisk, if the answer is yes, take action. If the answer is no, learn to release it. Worrying about something for 10 hours does not necessarily solve it. Sometimes worry only steals the energy you could use to improve your actual life. Focus on what you can control. Your effort, your attitude, your habits, your words, your choices, your response. These things belong to you. Take responsibility for them, and slowly you will begin feeling more powerful, because positivity is not about controlling the entire world. It is about recognizing your own ability to respond. You cannot stop every storm, but you can learn how to stand in the rain. You cannot prevent every disappointment, but you can learn how to recover. You cannot control what everyone says, but you can decide which voices you believe. This is strength. Real strength is not having a life without problems. Real strength is becoming someone who can continue despite problems. And sometimes continuing means resting. Please remember that. You do not have to be productive every second. You do not have to be strong every minute. You are allowed to take a break. You are allowed to say, "I need time." Rest is not quitting. Rest is preparation. Sometimes your mind becomes negative simply because you are exhausted. You have been carrying too much. You have been trying to solve everything. You have been taking care of everyone, and you forgot to take care of yourself. Pause, breathe, rest, go for a walk, spend time in silence. Do something that brings you peace. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Taking care of yourself is not selfish. It is necessary. When you are physically and emotionally exhausted, everything can begin to look impossible. But after rest, you may see the same problem differently. Give yourself that opportunity. Now, I want to talk about hope. Hope is not the belief that everything will happen exactly the way you want. Hope is the belief that no matter what happens, there is still a reason to continue. Maybe your original plan does not work. Create another plan. Maybe one door closes. Look for another. Maybe you have to begin again. Begin again. Do not become so attached to one path that you forget there may be many ways to reach your destination. Sometimes life changes your direction, and at first it feels like failure, but later you realize that the new direction taught you something important. Be flexible, be willing to learn, be willing to change. Starting again does not mean you failed. Sometimes starting again means you are brave enough to keep believing in your future. And while you move forward, remember to celebrate small victories. Did you wake up after a difficult day and try again? That matters. Did you complete something you were afraid to start? That matters. Did you control your anger? Did you learn something new? Did you take one step toward your dream? Celebrate it. You do not have to wait for a huge success before you become proud of yourself. Your small victories are proof that you are moving, and movement is important. Every great achievement was once a small beginning. Do not ignore your progress because you have not reached your final destination yet. You are allowed to be proud of the journey. You are allowed to say, I am not where I want to be yet, but I am not where I used to be. That is progress. And progress deserves recognition. Another powerful habit is learning to help others. Sometimes, when we become too focused on our own problems, our world begins to feel smaller and darker. Helping someone else can remind you that you still have something to give, a kind word, a smile, your time, your knowledge, your support. You do not have to be rich or famous to make a difference. Sometimes, one encouraging sentence can change someone's day. And when you bring positivity into someone else's life, you often create more positivity inside yourself too. Kindness has a way of returning to the person who gives it. So be kind, not because everyone deserves it, but because you deserve to live with a heart that is not controlled by bitterness. Do not allow negative people to teach you how to become negative. Do not allow someone else's anger to become your anger. Do not allow someone else's cruelty to change your character. You can choose a different response. You can choose to remain kind. You can choose to remain peaceful. You can choose not to become what hurt you. That is one of the most powerful forms of healing. The world may try to convince you that being kind is weakness. It is not. It takes strength to remain kind when you have been hurt. It takes strength to remain hopeful after disappointment. It takes strength to keep believing after failure. It takes strength to smile again after tears. Never confuse kindness with weakness. A strong person can have a soft heart. A confident person can be humble. A successful person can still help others. Become strong without becoming cold. Become successful without becoming arrogant. Become positive without pretending to be perfect. This is real growth, and when negativity comes into your life, and it will, do not be surprised. Do not think, why is this happening again? Challenges are part of life. Instead, prepare yourself, build your inner strength, develop healthy habits, learn from your experiences, create boundaries, practice gratitude, take care of your body and mind, surround yourself with good people, work on your goals, and when a difficult moment arrives, remind yourself, asterisk, I have survived difficult things before. I can face this too. Asterisk, maybe you do not know exactly how. That is okay. You do not need all the answers at the beginning. You only need enough courage to take the next step. And then another and another. This is how people overcome impossible looking situations, not always through one giant act of courage, but through thousands of small decisions not to give up. Every morning, you have another opportunity to begin. Maybe yesterday was terrible. Today can still be different. Maybe you made a mistake. Today, you can make a better choice. Maybe someone rejected you. Today, you can continue believing in yourself. Do not allow yesterday to steal today's possibilities. Every day is a new page. Write something better. Even if it is only one small sentence, keep writing. Your story is still being written, and you do not know how beautiful the next chapter may become. One day, you may look back at the difficult period you are experiencing right now and realize, that was the time when I became stronger. That was the time when I learned who I really was. That was the time when I stopped waiting for someone else to save me. That was the time when I began believing in myself. Your struggle may become part of your strength. Your pain may become part of your purpose. Your difficult experiences may one day help you understand and support someone else. Nothing you learn is completely wasted. Nothing you survive leaves you exactly the same. You can allow your experiences to make you bitter, or you can allow them to make you wiser. The choice is not always easy, but it is always powerful. So how do you stay positive in a negative world? You protect your mind, you choose your focus, you stop comparing your journey to everyone else's, you create boundaries. You learn from failure, you practice gratitude, you rest when necessary, you forgive yourself, you surround yourself with people who encourage growth. You take small steps, you focus on what you can control, you keep learning, you keep believing. And most importantly, you refuse to give up on yourself. There will always be negativity around you. But you do not have to become it. Be different. Be the person who sees possibilities. Be the person who finds lessons in difficult moments. Be the person who encourages others. Be the person who continues when others quit. Be the person who believes that tomorrow can be better. Not because life is always easy, but because you are becoming stronger. Remember, positivity is not something you find. It is something you practice. Every day you make a choice. Will you focus only on what is wrong, or will you look for what can still be right? Will you allow criticism to destroy your confidence, or will you learn and continue? Will you allow fear to control your decisions? Or will you take one small step despite being afraid? Your answers to these questions shape your life. You are not powerless. You may not control everything, but you control more than you think. You control your effort. You control your habits. You control how you speak to yourself. You control what you focus on. You control whether you learn or quit. Use that power. Do not waste your life waiting for the world to become easier. Become stronger. Do not wait for everyone to become positive. Protect your own positivity. Do not wait for someone else to believe in you. Start believing in yourself. And when life becomes difficult, remember, a positive mind. Set does not mean you will never fall. It means that when you fall, you believe you can rise again. It does not mean you will never cry. It means that after the tears you can continue. It does not mean you will never experience fear. It means that fear does not have to control your future. You are stronger than you think. You have survived things that once felt impossible. You have made it through days you thought would break you, and you are still here. That means something. Your story is not over. Your future has not been decided by your worst day. Your value has not been decided by your biggest mistake. Your dreams do not disappear because someone else doubts them. Keep going, keep learning, keep growing. And when the world becomes negative, do not forget who you are. You are not here to carry every problem in the world on your shoulders. You are here to live your life, to grow, to learn, to love, to create, to overcome, and perhaps to inspire someone else simply by refusing to give up. So today, make a promise to yourself. Say, I will protect my peace. I will stop comparing my journey. I will learn from my mistakes. I will not allow negative opinions to control my future. I will focus on what I can control. I will be grateful for what I have while working for what I want. I will continue even when progress is slow. I will believe that better days are possible. And most importantly, I will not give up on myself. The world may be negative. People may doubt you. Life may become difficult. But you still have a choice. Choose hope. Choose growth. Choose courage. Choose peace. Choose to keep moving forward. Because you do not need the whole world to be positive before you can build a positive life. You can begin with one thought, one decision, one habit, one small step, and from that small beginning, your entire life can begin to change. Never forget, the darkness around you cannot destroy the light inside you unless you allow it to. Protect your light. Believe in your journey, stay focused on your growth, and no matter how negative the world becomes, choose to rise. Choose to believe. Choose to smile again. Choose to try again. Choose to become stronger, because your positivity is not weakness. It is your power, and in a world full of negativity, choosing hope may be one of the bravest things you ever do. So keep your head high, keep your heart strong, keep your dreams alive, and keep moving forward. The world may be negative, but you still have the power to create a positive future. Never give up. Never stop growing. And never forget,